Hello. Nice to see you all. Of course, I don't see you. I wish I could see you. Be nice to visit. Let's see, what do I have coming up? We have birthday coming up for Chevy next week. So that's a real Shana Tova, a good year. Also, by the way, Eli's wife. She's another Shana Tova. Anyway, I have some words to say about Rosh Hashanah, and I want to thank Rabbi Noach Light of the Boca Raton Synagogue and Rabbi Fishel Schachter of Torah Vadas for the seeds of the ideas here, but all the mistakes are my own. So, you have a job, and your boss comes in your office and sits down and says, "How's your work going over the last year?" You say, "Well, some things went well, some things didn't go so well." "Okay, well, the things that didn't go so well, how can I help you with them?" He's not there to fire you. He's not there to get rid of you. He's there to help you, because if you help him, if he helps you and you do well, then he makes money. And we'll work on those things, and congratulations on what works well, and what are we going to do for the coming year for your work? So, tell me this, everybody. Rosh Hashanah is the day of judgment? Right. Wrong. Right and wrong. It depends what you mean by judgment. There is a judgment that comes at the end of our lives when the whole picture of everything we've done gets presented. We stand before a judgment court in Shemaim, and they look at all the good stuff, bad stuff. By the way, not all the bad stuff is there, because if you change a bad thing into a good thing, we can always change. So, in the Rosh Hashanah davening, it says, Hayom Haras Olam. This is the birthday of the world. Right? Wrong. It says in the Psikte of Rabbi Hanania that the birthday of the world was Elul 25. A couple of days ago, 2 days ago. What does it mean, Haras Olam, the birthday of the world? ArtScroll translates it as birthday, but it's actually using the word Hirayon, to be pregnant. On this day of Rosh Hashanah, the coming day of Rosh Hashanah, it's a day that's pregnant. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Is it twins? What's going to come out? It's up to us. So, the Ron in the 13th century pointed out that all the events in the life of Adam in the beginning of Bereshis, all the way from his formation and the creation of his wife and Gan Eden and don't eat the fruit and kicked out, all took place on the sixth day of creation. And he says that just like the first man, we too will come out of this day of judgment victorious, winners. Just like Adam Rishon. Wait, how did he come out of his sixth day, his first day of his life? Got kicked out of the garden. He has to work. His disease and problems and thorns and bugs. So, the Gemara says, we come out on Rosh Hashanah like B'nai Meron. Who? B'nai Meron. Who is that? Well, one interpretation is it's the soldiers in the army of David HaMelech. Now, what does Hashem want to do with his army? What does David HaMelech want to do? Does he want them to fail? No! He wants them to do well. He wants us to do well. So Rav Chaim Friedland in the Shkiach Panavish Yeshiva explains, this isn't a judgment like what's all the good you did and all the bad, white beans, black beans, scale of just... No. How will we work with God this year? It's not about the past, it's about the future. And you could have screwed up a whole lot of things in the past today, Or Rosh Hashanah, you stand before God and you say, I want to do well. I want to work with you. I want to have a plan. And when you're little, you have a plan. You're born, you want to learn to walk. Then you want to learn to ride a bike. Then I want to play guitar. Lots of good things to do. Go to a Yankees game. Okay, that's part of our lives. But what about working with God? Can I start saying one chapter of Psalms each day? Can I concentrate when I say Shemona Esrei on the first bracha, where the Rambam says, if you have Kelvin there, you're good, and if you don't, why waste your time? Well, you should still complete it. Maybe I'll concentrate on my brachas. Before eating, after eating, coming out of the bathroom, coming out of a shower. There are lots of brachas to be made. Pick an area where you will connect with God. So 2 stories. One, these stories about the Tsar. The Tsar is coming to look at his troops, and he's delayed, and it's taking a long time, and a couple of guys start horsing around, fooling around. They fall in the mud, they get their uniforms all dirty. Just then the Tsar shows up, of course. So a couple of the guys, they dive down as deep as they can in the mud, grab a straw and breathe. They're going to hide from the Tsar. Not to see me. One guy stands up. He says, Your Majesty, I was fooling around. You were late. We started playing. I got muddy. But I am standing at attention before you because even though I'm covered with mud, you are my king, and I am going to address you, even if I didn't do well. And of course, the Tsar looks at him and says, Bring that guy over here. Uh-oh, here it comes. I have a big job for you because I like your attitude. Now, the other one, I heard this is a true story, but how do I know? There used to be a company, well, there still is, IBM, International Business Machines, one of the biggest companies in the world. They were like huge, just like Microsoft today, like Facebook. And there was a guy working for the president, and he had a division, section of the company, and he had a $15 million budget 50 years ago when that was worth something. And it failed. They lost all the money. The guy was destroyed, heartbroken, but he respected the president, so he walked in the president's office and handed him a letter, and the president says, What is this? He says, It's my letter of resignation. I failed you, and I know I should go. And the president of IBM looked at him and said, What are you, crazy? Let you go? I just spent $15 million on your education. Okay, let's try a new division and try something else. Imagine how the guy felt. I failed, and he has confidence in me. Because he wants me to succeed. Because he knows I'm smart. He knows I can do it. And if I do succeed, it helps the company. And that's his job, is to make the company work well, profitable. So that's how it is for us. Whatever mistakes we made in the past, whatever we didn't accomplish, we have to set a goal for this day, this week, this month, this year, and meet it, and then make more goals. And as we do that, we draw closer to God. We go through change. Shana, year, the root of it is the word shinoi, change. So we have an opportunity in the coming year, not just to learn to walk, ride a bike, or go to a Yankees game. Pick some areas where you want to serve Hashem more and be consistent. And next year at this time, when you stand before Him, you say, Hashem, I said I was going to do this. I did it. It's a tremendous opportunity. A lot of people think, it's boring. No. How could connecting with the creator of our entire universe be anything but exciting? So I love you all. Shana Tova. You should all be written down for a good year. And not just that your grades will be great, as I know they will, or you'll play this better or do that better. That you'll pick an area I say, Hashem, this area, I'm going to say a psalm each day. This is where I'm going to meet you every day. I'll be there. At the end of the year, say, look, I planned to do this. I did it. Where do we go next year? Love you all. Shalom Tova. Bye. How do I get out of here? Ah.